You're right. You hit the nail on the head right there. I would like that kind of confidence. I would like to be able to confidently say I can handle any transaction. I can handle any type of person.
Welcome to Agent Unstuck Calls, where we talk to real estate agents who are experiencing a challenge in their real estate career and they're looking for an alternative solution. Hi, I'm your host, Mike Cerrone with MastermindAgent.com, and I'm excited about this episode, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So let's talk about you and tell me what's happening in your world, your real estate world, and how I can help you today.
I guess confidence is what I need. When I got my license, I'm pretty much part of the older new realtors, and my confidence is just totally lacking.
Okay. When you say older, do you mean
Age.
Your age?
Age.
How old are you?
I'm over 50.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so am I. So it's all right. It's all good.
Yeah.
And how long you been doing real estate?
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, but not full time. I've been working part-time jobs for steady income because I'm afraid to take, and that's another thing, I'm afraid to take that big step and not have a life vest on. Right now I have some steady income and I just do real estate part-time because I'm scared.
Sure.
I'm scared to have steady income.
That's okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, it's smart to make sure that this is going to be a going concern before you go into it full time. Some of the biggest agents ever did part time for years. Some of them 3, 4, 5, 6 years before they went full time. So it's all right to kind of test the waters and make sure that everything's going to work for you. And now you've been doing this for 4 years. At this point, could you see yourself doing it full time?
Once I get over being terrified, yeah. If I can develop enough confidence and believe that I can do it full time, yes. That was my goal when I got my license.
Is it still your goal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just having trouble overcoming the fear.
Yeah, that's typical with anything when you're going out on your own. How much income do you have to make from real estate to make it worthwhile?
To pay my bills, $40,000, $42,000.
Okay, let's use 42,000. And in your area, in your experience so far, what's been your average commission that you've earned?
$3,000, $4,000.
Okay, let's take the lower number. We'll take the 3,000. And so if we take 3,000 into 42, I'll do my long math here. We've got, looks like about 14 closings would be necessary to make your 42.
Right.
Okay, so that's just over one a month.
Right.
Okay, and what's the most sales you've had in any given year?
Oh my gosh, very low. Around less than 15,000.
Okay, so your earnings in your best year was something just under 15,000. And how many closings was that?
See, I'm trying to think. Maybe approximately 7.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, 7 closings. And now, are you working on a team or do you work individually?
Yes, team.
Okay. And what is your role on the team?
Generate sales. Sell something.
Okay. And now, I thought I read somewhere in your notes that you were working new construction. Is that true? Or is that...
Yes. But I'm trying to wean myself out of that because I was just a backup.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm myself a little bit.
Let me ask a different question. When and you've had some life experience now, what when is a time in your life when you've been super confident? Tell me what you were doing. Go back in your memory banks to a time you felt really positive and confident about something, and tell me what that was.
Okay, I got into politics and I just was thrust into leadership positions because I was so passionate and I knew a lot. And that's where I'd like to be, really. You're right, you hit the nail on the head right there. I would like that kind of confidence. I would like to be able to confidently say I can handle any transaction. I can handle any type of person. That I've run into people that have made me want to give up.
So somebody's made you want to give up. So you got two avenues to go here. You can either focus on the times that you felt powerful and what was there, or you can focus on what the roadblock was and try to figure out how to remove it or push it aside. Which of those two paths would you like to go down?
I'm going to push away the roadblock.
Okay. Then let's talk about the roadblock. You said that something or some people made you feel unconfident. What was that? What happened?
One of my very first clients, it was a referral. It was an easy client, but I guess I found out they really weren't interested in buying after all the work I did. And I became so frustrated. I worked with them a year. Finally found them something according to their specifications, made an offer, and then they backed out. They said, we're just not ready to buy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I spent a whole year working with these people. Is this really what I want to do?
Was there anything else that happened in that transaction or with that relationship?
I'm trying to think.
Did you keep the friendship?
No.
So you lost the friendship, and do you blame it
Yes.
on this transaction?
Yes.
And is that maybe making you nervous about doing
Yes.
another one?
Yes.
Did you have any other experience that made you feel or unhappy or nervous or questioning your ability or skills in real estate?
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Honestly, I can't think. It's been so long ago now.
Well, maybe it's not that important then. Let's
No.
go back to the one that you brought up. Okay, the very
Okay.
first transaction or the early transaction with your friends. You worked with them for a year. You got to the end, and they bailed out after you found them something. Do you mind if I give you some of my reaction to that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, my reaction to that is that those people weren't motivated, and that you made a beginner's mistake of working with somebody that wasn't motivated, which we've all done.
Right.
And that what the lesson there is that you have to qualify people more to make sure that they're motivated.
Right.
And because there's no way you can force someone to buy or sell a home that doesn't want to buy or sell a home if they don't have enough motivation. Would you agree?
Yes. I do agree. Every buyer I've met, I've learned something. I've learned something new. I'm always learning something new from them. So I've gotten a little bit better about taking rejection.
Remember, they're not rejecting you.
Right, exactly.
They're moving away from the situation and not you personally.
Right.
You got to split those two up. Would you agree?
And that's hard for me to do. That's another hard challenge. It is. It's a hard challenge.
Yeah, but remember,
I'm a people pleaser. I want them to be happy. If they're not happy, I take it personally.
Well, that's a good thing. That's good. You want to make sure there's a high quality of service for people. I wouldn't eliminate that. I'd keep that.
Okay.
I would just recognize that you're in the role, ROLE, the role of a real estate agent when you're helping people, and that's not who you are. You're a person, and you've got different factors that roll around that. And in this role of real estate agent, you've got to put that professional hat on and, screen people in this example, and represent them. And you got to do some things that you may not do personally. For instance, you can't be a people pleaser when you're working against the other side. If you're representing a buyer, you can't make that seller happy. You got to make your buyer happy. So the seller may not be happy, and that you just got to be okay with that.
Right. I understand that.
Or the agent on the other side of the transaction.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask one more question on that line. Was there any other major event that made you feel bad or unconfident on the real estate side?
Yes, I had one client that I became very close to. And that was another mistake. I learned from that. I became too close. Got too personal. We started hanging out, going out to restaurants and things together. And I was helping this person look for some land because she wanted to build a cabin. She wanted a house, and she was going to sell her condo, which is in a really nice neighborhood. It's a really nice condo. And a little bit into the relationship and the looking for her some land. She asked me if we could list her condo for a certain price, and I did the comps, and based on what I saw, no, we weren't going to get that out of the condo. So I told her I don't think so, but we could go ahead and list it at that price. Well, about a week later, this person I thought was my friend hired another realtor to list her condo at that price. And I'm like thinking, oh my gosh, I thought we were friends. We actually became friends. No. Oh my gosh, that was the hugest letdown ever. But I did learn a lesson, never to get too close.
Let me flip this around. Let me ask another question. Tell me a time in real estate where you've been confident or excited and felt like you knew what you were doing and everybody loved what you were doing.
One time I did do a listing presentation, and the couple, I prepared for it, and it went really well. And I got the listing. It was early on when I started selling, and I just felt so confident. We got it sold. It was easy. It was an easy transaction. I felt on top of the world then because everything went well. But when it doesn't go well, I kick myself. And I'll brood about it.
Well, remember, you have a choice. You always have these two dual options. And when things get weird or you're thinking about real estate, you can focus on one or the other. And whatever you focus on, you're going to get more of it. So you could focus on that listing that went super well, or you could focus on the buyer that you worked with for a year and it didn't pan out. And you get to decide which one you want to focus on.
Yeah.
So today, which one do you want to focus on?
Yeah. I need to focus on the positive. Sometimes I get stuck, and that's why I'm here. Sure. I get stuck when I've had something bad. happen, and it takes me a while to dig out of it.
Well, that's okay. It's okay to question. Remember that it's okay to question what the event was, to try to eliminate it or prevent it, or to work around it, or notice it even earlier in the future. But remember not to take it personally, because it's an exterior thing that you're observing and you're not necessarily part of.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That's the hardest part that I've really to work on.
Let me ask you, can you control anyone else's mind?
No.
Can you control your mind?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
we
true.
can't even control our own mind half the time, but that's really the better one, right? I'm trying to control somebody else's thoughts or decisions or brain is impossible. Would you agree?
Yes. Yes.
So all you can do is control your reaction to things and how you think about them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think that you're a good person?
Yes.
Do you think that you want to do the best for people?
Yes, I do.
Do you think that you understand real estate? You understand what contracts are, and you understand how agreements are made?
Yes.
Do you believe that you could negotiate for someone to their betterment?
Yes.
And do you think that you could do that better than they could do for themselves?
Yes.
So it sounds like you're confident to me.
Yeah.
There's no magic pill here. It's a matter of confidence comes through competence. It comes through doing things and being successful at them repetitively. The only way to do that is to jump in the ring, and that means that you might get knocked down, or jump in the water and you might not swim as far as you wanted to. You can use the analogy you want, but you got to take some action. And if you get knocked down, you just got to get back up.
Exactly. And I know it's a numbers game. Really, it really is a numbers game. You just got to keep moving on to the next one, move on to the next one.
Correct.
Yeah, it's just.
I think you need to set yourself a goal for how many closings that you would want to get done working part-time, working the way you are.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the number of closings, say, over the next 6 months that you would say, yeah, I can do this?
It would have to be a third of what I need to make to pay my bills. So a third of like 42,000 is what? 30, approximately 30,000 maybe. Can I do that part-time?
Well, you can do anything full-time or part-time. It's all an attitude and how many hours and effort, how much effort you're going to put into things. Let me give you a challenge. You said that, we were doing our mathematics and it basically came out to a closing a month, slightly more than that. But if you could knock out a closing a month, I think that you would be confident that you could make it in real estate. What about over the next 6 months if you could close 6 transactions?
Yes.
You need to create a goal that drives you. And a goal that could drive you is, hey, I could replace my current income with just real estate income. And that would be a goal. And it can't be one made by me. It has to be one made by you. But an example would be 1 closing a month over the next 6 months and 6 closings. And now I know what I'm targeting. Because one of the things that will create confidence as well is a goal and a drive.
Right.
So let me ask a different question.
It's just on the opposite end of that too. If when I have a goal and I don't meet it, I kick myself again.
Good. That's the whole point.
Right?
That's how we drive ourselves. We don't drive ourselves by being perfect. We drive ourselves when we make a mistake, we learn and adjust.
True.
Let me ask you a question for the big why question. Why do you need to make 42,000? What will that do for you?
Just to pay my bills. At where I'm at right now, just to pay the bills. That's the minimum.
And does that cover you personally? Does that cover anybody else's living?
No, no,
Okay.
no, just me.
And so if you were to do that, you would have achieved your goal. Do you want to just make as much money as you make now going full time?
No.
Or do you want to do more than that?
I'd love to do a lot more than that.
How much do you want to make and why?
I want to make so much that I feel nervous and don't know how to spend it. That's how much I want to make. I want to be at that position where I think, oh my gosh, I got all this money coming in now. What am I going to do with it? Set it aside for retirement.
How much money would you have to make to feel that nervousness?
Wow. Probably 60, 70, 80,000.
You pick a number. You need an exact number.
Okay.
What exact number would you go, man, I made it?
80,000.
I'm sorry, how much?
80,000.
80,000. So about double what you're doing now.
Yes, double my income.
Okay. See, now you got yourself a goal. So if you to double
Right.
your income, you basically need to close about 28 transactions a year.
Okay.
That's just over 2 a month.
2 months. Okay.
Yeah, you want to break it down into monthly or even weekly. And 28 sounds big if you haven't done it.
Yeah.
But once you start breaking it down to, well, I just got to close 2 to 3 a month. All right, now that sounds a little more feasible. Like 2 a month is 1 every 2 weeks. You got
Yeah.
14 days to find a client, get them under contract.
Yeah.
I think you could do that. There are a lot of people that do that.
Are they doing it now in this environment?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. See, what you got to do is you got to look for the opportunities and not the reasons why things won't work out.
Right.
So it all becomes a mental attitude thing. I challenge you to look for self-help books that help to
Yes.
build confidence, doing affirmations. It basically comes to goal setting, affirmations, and belief,
Right.
right? Like you see someone else doing it, you're like, well, I could do that. Is there anyone in your office you're like, well, I don't know why they're making it, but I should be able to do that. I'm smarter than them.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, they just had a little more drive. They had a little more gumption. In the past, you can do it moving forward. All you got to do is find out what they did and do it the same or do it better.
Right. That's true. Okay. That helps.
I got an assignment for you.
Okay.
Do you have something to write with?
Yes, got my pen ready.
All right, cool. Here is your assignment. Your assignment is to write down at as many instances of confidence that you've had in real estate, whatever the event was. Try to get 10. If you can't get 10 in real estate, I want you to load it up with times where you were confident in other parts of your life, like you mentioned the politics.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I want you to make that list of 10, write them down so that you know what the event was, and you could relive it at any point that you needed to gain some confidence. You could just look down at that list and go, oh yeah, I did that. Yeah, I know I can do the next thing because I did that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Okay, so I'd like you to make that list of 10.
Okay.
And when could you get that list done by?
Saturday? What's today? Wednesday or Thursday? Today's Wednesday. I could have it by Friday.
Friday? Great. Friday, what's the date Friday?
28th.
Great. And what time Friday could you have it done?
By 3 p.m.
3
Eastern
p.m.
time?
And you're on the east, so 3 p.m. Eastern time. That's your deadline. So we got the goal, we got a deadline, and then you have the last part, which is accountability. So when you get that done, Friday at 3, or any time before there, I want you to send me an email and just say, hey, Mike, I got it done.
Okay.
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 That's your job. That's your task between now and Friday at 3 is to get that list put together, and then we're going to keep it in a place where you can look at it and reference it whenever you need a little boost of confidence.
Yeah. Oh, great. Okay.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. We've come to the end of our time. Do you have any questions for me about what we've done today?
No, but I think this is a great idea about writing down instances where I felt confident doing something, because that makes me reflect and remember and really think about it. What did I do? What was I doing? That was great. Yeah, that's a great idea.
And one of the things you can use is that when your mind starts going down the path of, oh, I can't do this, or I don't know, or you start remembering a bad event, all you got to do is come back and look at your list and write over that with the new event, with the good event, with the fun event, with the confidence inspiring event. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
It's your software. You're the computer. It's your software. You can write anything you want on it.
Yes. Yes, you're right. You are right.
I've enjoyed chatting with you today, and I look forward to getting your email telling me you knocked out the assignment. And again, I hope it's been helpful.
Okay. Yes, it sure has. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you betcha. Take care, and I hope you have a fantastic and productive week.
Thank you, Mike.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's it for Agent Unstuck calls. It was a lot of fun today. If you liked what you heard, go ahead and click that like button. And if you want to hear more calls like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you know exactly when the next episode is coming out. And if you have any thoughts about what you heard today and you'd like to relay that to everyone else, go ahead and put that down in the comments section so people can talk about it. And finally, if you're stuck in your real estate career, you're a veteran who's having some challenges and you can't figure out how to get to that next step, go ahead and schedule yourself an Unstuck call. Just go to agentunstuckcall.com. That's agentunstuckcall.com, and let's get you scheduled in. You'll go in there, you'll fill out a quick survey, you'll find a time that works for you, and we'll get on a call just like this and see if we can't get you some answers. All right, this has been a lot of fun. I'm your host, Mike Cerrone with Mastermind Agent, and again, thank you for joining us on Agent Unstuck Calls. Take care.